I would say
Spurs win! Spurs win! Spurs win! Spurs 136, Atlanta Hawks 121. Bill Schoening speaking with Spurs assistant coach Mitch Johnson right now. Let's listen in.
And they get to know your families and vice versa. And I think that's the hard part, obviously, when there is change. And we've been fortunate enough as a franchise for a long time to not have a lot of change. And, so there's that side that's really hard. And then there's the business side where you got to wake up and you got to go to work, whatever those circumstances are. And obviously we've dealt with a lot of weird circumstances with COVID. So on one side, it's really, really hard. And on the other side, your mindset is you wake up and you got to do your job. You got to do it together.
Well, speaking of doing his job,
hello, Beth Settle.
His 15th career triple-double, which, of course, is now a franchise record, surpassing 5-0, David Robinson. And he's just been there for you all year long, doing a lot of different things. And, man, there's no question in my mind that all year long he's deserved to be considered for the All-Star team. I know you guys are going to be very proud of him.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's been a stat stepper for a while.
Wes Perkins, Taro Kotani,
improvement in terms
Patrick Burns, John Nieto,
and the way he's doing it, he's getting to the free throw line, he's shooting more threes, and turnovers are staying down as assists are going up, and it's really, really special and fun. And it's kind of one of those old school things where when people work hard and continue to, good things happen, and he's a product of that.
Mitch, a few months ago, we talked about Devin Vassell, how he was starting to come on and feel more comfortable. And I think that his progress has continued. And now he's going to, of course, at least for now, be in the starting lineup. He certainly responded with a very strong performance tonight.
Yeah, all those guys that were rookies last year had a weird deal. They didn't get a summer league, a preseason, a open gym, a real training camp. So this whole year,
Brian Birdie, who said 4-4 on the Rodeo Road Trip. 1-1 makes that 4-4 look more likely.
The younger ones, they're really probably reaping the benefits at this time of the year from having some of those things. Just the structure, the stability, the continuity, and kind of learning the program and getting those reps in that. They missed a ton of stuff because of COVID in the shortened season.
Now Trey Jones has a chance to really kind of blossom in that role. What have you seen from him?
Same thing. Him and Devin are in the same boat. Trey's done a great job. Bringing energy, playing defense, pushing the pace. Obviously, he's done a heck of a job finishing. And I think, alluding to what I was talking about with Devin, Summer League was a huge springboard for him. And now he's getting the chance to do it amongst the best of the best. And we need him. And like you said, because of some recent changes, his opportunities may go up. And it'll be a great experience for him.
Hey, Mitch, we appreciate your time. I know it's a back-to-back, so you got to go to the plane. So we appreciate your time. And congratulations on the win tonight.
Thanks, sir.
Safe travels. Thank you. That is Mitch Johnson, assistant coach for the Spurs. 136-121, the final score tonight. The Spurs with the victory over the Atlanta Hawks. The Spurs shoot 56% from the field, 18 of 32 from beyond the arc, and 18 of 21 from the line. As we mentioned those team numbers earlier, let's take a look at some individual numbers as the Spurs were led in scoring by DeJounte Murray. 32 points, 15 assists, and 10 rebounds for Murray. Again, his 11th season triple-double, his 15th career triple-double. Keldon Johnson with a nice performance tonight. 6 of 8 from beyond the arc, 26 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds for Keldon Johnson. Jakob Poeltl had 12 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, 3 blocks.
Come on, Wes Perkins.
20 points for Devin Vassell. Just mentioned him earlier. 9 of 13 from the floor. He hit both of his threes tonight. Did not get to the line, but he had 5 rebounds and 3 assists. So all the starters in double figures. Doug McDermott was 5 of 8 from the field and 3 of 5 from three-point range. He finishes with 13. Off the bench, Josh Primo with 13, 2 shy of his career high. 9 points for Trey Jones on 4 of 6 shooting. Zach Collins played 17 minutes. He had 5 points, 4 boards, and 2 assists. Lonnie Walker played 13 minutes. He was 0 for 3 from the field, did have 2 from the free throw line. Keita Bates-Diop left the ballgame with laceration in the face. He only played 7 minutes. He finishes with 2 points. And let's see, Joe Wieskamp came in the ballgame, did not score. Devontae Kaycock played 4 minutes, also didn't score. Jock Landale got a late basket, so he finishes with 2. For the Hawks, they were led in scoring by Bogdan Bogdanovic off the bench with 23. The Spurs did a good defensive job on the 2 stars for Atlanta, John Collins and Trae Young. Young just 6 of 15 tonight and 2 of 8 beyond the arc. He had 18 points, 10 below his season average, 11 assists and 4 rebounds. And John Collins just 2 of 8 from the field in 21 minutes, 4 points and 3 boards for Collins. A double-double for Clint Capella, 13 points, 11 boards. He blocked a shot.
Luis,
14
5
points, 4
more
assists,
for Pop.
6 rebounds
5.
for Kevin Huerter, who was just 6 of 17 from the floor. And DeAndre Hunter was 5 of 11, 10 points and 2 boards. off the bench. We mentioned Bogdanovich with 23. Danilo Gallinari had 16 points and 9 boards off the bench. DeLon Wright with 7 points and 3 boards. Onyeka Okonkwo played 19 minutes. Okonkwo with 4 points, 4 boards, and 3 assists. And some late points for Luwawu Cabarrot had 5. Gorgui Dieng had 5. And 2 for Kevin Knox. That adds up to 136 for the Spurs.
There you go,
121
Johnny.
For the Hawks. Again, the first night of a back-to-back. The Spurs will take on the New Orleans Pelicans tomorrow. 5:30 airtime, 6 o'clock tip. Spurs and Pelicans tomorrow from New Orleans. The final 136-121 Spurs over Atlanta. And Spurs Radio continues in a moment.
All right. That was Bill Schoening with his wrap-up. Got to check in with Michael Bartlett here. Welcome in, everybody. Luisa Alanis, Taro Kotani from Tokyo, Brian Zuniga, Brian Birdie, Jesse Bratton, Rafa, welcome in. Joanne, Beth Settle, welcome. Check with. Is it me next or one more for Bill?
One more for Bill.
Cool, man. Thanks. Johnny Ward, welcome in.
AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure. It's not complicated.
Johnny Ward, should they do it on the road or try to break that record at home? I'm assuming you're talking for Coach Pop. I think they'll take it wherever they can get it. You know, an 8-game rodeo road trip. Now you're 1-1. I know Brian Birdie is in here. He predicted 4-4 for this rodeo road trip, which for this team would be good because they've not been playing 500 ball on the road. Of course, 5-3 would be beautiful. Okay, Wes is saying the Perkins Power Index, Bengals 34, Rams 24. Wes, I hope you're right, man. I'm pulling for the Cincinnati Bengals. Off topic. That's okay, man. Everybody's got the Super Bowl on their mind this weekend. Thank you, Louisa. Here comes Bill.
San Antonio 136, Atlanta 121. The Spurs improved their road record to 10-17, and their overall record to 21-35. The Hawks dropped to 26-29, and they had won 8 of 9 at home before this loss this evening to the Spurs. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the San Antonio Spurs radio network.
In 1932, 10 teachers signed a
News Radio 1200 WOAI, San Antonio's breaking news, traffic, and weather.
Ticketmaster next home game. Go to Spurs.com to get your verified tickets from Ticketmaster. Of course, the Spurs just underway now with this rodeo road trip. Won't be home until March 3rd. That's a 7:30 tip against the Sacramento Kings. And again, go to Spurs.com to get your verified tickets from Ticketmaster. Whataburger, what's next? This is the first night of a back-to-back for the Spurs. Tomorrow night in the Big Easy at New Orleans tomorrow. That'll be a 6 o'clock tip, and we'll be on the air at 5:30 with Spurs Radio Game Night. All games in Spanish on 107.5 with Paul Castro on KXTN. And the next 3 games all televised by Bally Sports. That includes the Monday night game at Chicago on Valentine's Day, 7 o'clock start. Is it good to be in Chicago on the same day as the St. Valentine's Day Massacre? I just thought about that. Wednesday at Oklahoma City, that'll be a 7 o'clock start. We'll be there at 6:30, and that game also on Bally Sports, and that's against the Thunder. So again, New Orleans tomorrow, Chicago on Monday, and Oklahoma City on Wednesday. The Spurs hit 18 threes tonight, shoot 56% overall, and they win this one going away. 136-121 Spurs over the Hawks, and this is Spurs Radio.
In 1932,
Bill Schoening.
10 teachers signed a charter at Fox Tech High School to form San Antonio Teachers Credit Union. Today, we're known as First Mark Credit Union, evolving not only at name,
Johnny Ward, welcome.
and support for our valued members. Our commitment to education.
Yeah, Nicholas says, glad we were able to keep Trey Young in check.
I'll give you Jakob.
Thank you, sir. Gabe Quintanilla, welcome in. Arthur Butler. Gabe the Hammer Quintanilla. Wow, Gabe says we will beat the Chicago Bulls, led by DeMar DeRozan on Monday. Jerome Sosa, what is up? Christian Picardo.
No matter who you are, no matter where you're going, no matter what's next, there's an X to take you there.
Test drive at BMW of San Antonio today and take advantage of exclusive offers.
I will give you Jakob.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Peter Villarreal. Be nice if they, in previous years, as you guys know, Spurs have tended to get together on the Rodeo Road Trip and gel. We used to always say, don't talk to us about the Spurs till after the Rodeo Road Trip. We'll know a lot more about them. This could, especially for a young team, Pop knowing how to bring them together and galvanize them on the road. This could be the start of something big here for the Spurs, or at least something, more consistent win-wise. A lot of the Spurs losses this year has been by single digits, games that they have been in. So, this might be a breakthrough moment. Johnny, that's a great question. Here we come.
Johnson for the baseline will get it into Pirtle from half court. Jakob throws it up. That shot is good. It's good. Jakob Pirtle just hit his first three-pointer of the season. It was a half-court heave at the buzzer at halftime. And the Spurs will take the lead into the locker room. Amazing half-court shot by Jakob Pirtle. There, line point. Halftime score, 73-56 San Antonio.
That was my favorite call of the night by Bill Schoening. Jakob Pirtle with the half-court buzzer-beating heave from three. Cha-ching, it goes, giving the Spurs that halftime lead of 73-56. Final score tonight from Atlanta. The San Antonio Spurs beat the Atlanta Hawks 136-121. From the Spurs Net Center, I'm Chris Duel. Programming note on the flagship station, Spurs Radio 1200 WOAI. Our Spurs React is coming your way. And we also stream live video of Spurs React on 1200 WOAI's Facebook and Twitter pages. We get an international audience for that. Our good friend Taro Kotani, the greatest international Spurs fan from Tokyo, Japan, joins us on the live video feed, along with many other Spurs fans from across Texas and around the world. Let's take a look at the NBA scoreboard. 6 other games in the NBA tonight in Chicago. And as Bill told you, Valentine's Day, the Spurs will be there in Chicago. Tonight in Chicago, Bulls hosting the Minnesota Timberwolves, 3:23 to go in regulation there. Bulls lead the Timberwolves 126-112. Halftime at Salt Lake City, and the Utah Jazz lead the Orlando Magic 44-39. Some final scores. Charlotte Hornets beat the Detroit Pistons 141-119. It was the Cleveland Cavaliers over the Indiana Pacers 120-113. Philadelphia 76ers beat the Oklahoma City Thunder 100-87. And the Boston Celtics beat the Denver Nuggets 108-102. Once again, coming right up on the flagship station, Spurs Radio 1200 WOAI, and streaming live video on 1200 WOAI's Facebook and Twitter pages. Our Spurs React moments away after a quick wrap-up from Bill Schoening as he broadcasts from the iHeart Studios as the Spurs win in Atlanta tonight, 136-121. Spurs Radio continues in a moment.
Todd thought it would be secure to jog in the cheetah savanna. Todd believed the big cat repellent he bought.
All right, see, we got Sandra Perez in here, the greatest Leon Valley fan. Taro Kotani is the greatest international Spurs fan. Sandra Perez is the greatest Leon Valley fan. Very nice. Hello, Robert Rodriguez says, "Go Spurs, go." Robert, I love your movies. Great movies you make. Leonard A. Ibarra says the Spurs look rejuvenated. I would agree with that. Dean Stone says Los Spurs. Very nice. Very nice. Nicholas says Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, and DeJounte Murray work well together. See, now, and again, we love Derek White. Hate to see him go. But, I mean, what if indeed Devin Vassell really steps up another step here, and Keldon Johnson and DeJounte? What if kind of a magic chemistry develops? And you know what? Just judging from practice and when those guys have been together, one of the reasons the Spurs felt confident in making that move and making Derek White part of a trade is they saw something that enabled them to believe that these combinations would work. And with these first round draft picks, here's Bill, in the upcoming draft, they see something in the draft that they want, clearly.
Broadcast engineer, Sam Walters, our statistician, Walter Stoops. Next game for the Spurs tomorrow night against New Orleans Pelicans, 5:30 airtime, 6 o'clock tip from New Orleans. As always, for all things Spurs, you can follow us on Twitter, Spurs.com, or the Spurs app. Our studio producer, Mike Bartlett, our studio host, Chris Duel. Final score tonight, Spurs 136, Hawks 121. This has been a presentation of Spurs Sports and Entertainment and the National Basketball Association. All rights reserved. Good night, everybody.
Spurs.
Bill Schoening wrapping it up. Jimmy Munoz in here from Midland, Texas. We got Tokyo, Japan, Leon Valley, and Midland in the house. David wants to know, will Richardson, the new guys were not ready to play tonight, the newly acquired guys. Possibly. I haven't heard any word on that yet.
You can get great rates, bonus points, and cashback rewards with no annual fee just for being a loud, proud fan. For details and more.
Well, Jamie, no easy wins for the Spurs this year, as we've learned. Let's see. I don't have a clock in front of me.
It's 12 right now.
It's 12.
17?
Yep, 17, 18.
Okay.
Yep. And once I'm done, you're free as well, too, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so I know you're highly motivated. So, okay, cool. Hey, Bernard Trefan, I missed your birthday on earlier this week on Ticket 760. Bernard had a birthday. Okay, thanks. Here we come.
This is Game Night React on the home of the Spurs, Spurs Radio 1200 WOAI.
Floresville in the house.
Back out to the left wing with the basketball. Herder straight away, knocked away by Murray. A steal by DeJounte all the way in. Two-hand slam. He's got 32. He ties his career high. Timeout, Nick McMillan. And the Spurs are pulling away from the Hawks. 128-104 San Antonio.
DeJounte Murray stepping up big tonight, as he so often does. Bill Schoening with the call, and the San Antonio Spurs pick up their first win on this 8-game Rodeo Road Trip. They are now 1-1 on this Rodeo Road Trip as they go into Atlanta, into State Farm Arena in Atlanta, and defeat the Atlanta Hawks convincingly, 136-121. This is Spurs React on Spurs Radio 1200 WOAI. I'm Chris Duel. Michael Bartlett makes the entire broadcast go from beginning to end. And man, oh man, what a win tonight for the San Antonio Spurs. So many things went well tonight for the Spurs, including 18 three-point shots, tying the most three-point shots of the season. Spurs went 18 of 32 from three-point country. That's 56.3% from three-point range. Their overall shooting tonight was 55.6%. The Spurs shot better from three than they did from two-point range tonight. We love to see that. And DeJounte Murray, you just heard the highlight from Bill Schoening. What a night for DeJounte Murray. Remarkable on a lot of levels. First of all, another triple-double, 32 points, 10 rebounds, 15 assists. That 32 ties a career high for DeJounte Murray. And with that triple-double, he now becomes the Spurs' career leader in triple-doubles, moving ahead of the Admiral, David Robinson, at 15, 11 of them this season. So that record that he has right now at 15, very, very probably and almost certainly that number is going to continue to tick up skyward. Currently 15 career triple doubles by DeJounte Murray to have the all-time Spurs mark there. Spurs beat the Atlanta Hawks 136-121. Looking at some other Spurs in double figures, you had 26 points from Keldon Johnson in 33 minutes. Keldon Johnson, 26 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. other starters and in fact, all the starters were in double figures, and you had one player coming off the bench in double figures. That was Josh Primo with 13. A nice game from Josh Primo. But your other starters in double figures, 20 points from Devin Vassell. Devin Vassell in that starting lineup looking really good tonight. He also had 5 rebounds and 3 assists. 13 points from Doug McDermott, a.k.a. Dougie McBuckets. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. And Jakob Poeltl, who had the buzzer-beating half-court 3-point shot at the end of the first half. Jakob finished with 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. It was a beautiful night for the San Antonio Spurs as they defeat the Atlanta Hawks by a score of 136-121. Now, back-to-back tomorrow night, Spurs have to get on a plane right now, get to the airport, fly to New Orleans. So tomorrow night, the Spurs will play the back-to-back on the road, game number 3 of the Rodeo Road Trip at the New Orleans Pelicans. That's a tip-off just after 6 o'clock. So our Spurs radio game night with the voice of the San Antonio Spurs, Bill Schoening, tomorrow night at New Orleans at 5:30. And again, then Super Bowl Sunday, we all watch the Super Bowl. Then the Spurs back in action on Monday night, Valentine's night, at the Chicago Bulls. For Bill Schoening, another masterful call tonight. Nobody does it better. Carly Simon should write a song about him. And especially, I hope you hear it again, that call of Jakob Poeltl hitting the half-court buzzer-beating 3-point shot at the end of the first half. Bill's call there was just outstanding, spectacular, so good. So for Bill Schoening, veteran statistician Walter Stoops, on-site engineer Sam Walters, and the man who makes the entire broadcast go, the Mr. Rogers of Sports Talk Radio. It's always a beautiful day in his neighborhood when the Spurs win. That would be Michael Bartlett. For those gentlemen, I'm Chris Duel. We'll see you tomorrow night at 5:30 as the Spurs are in New Orleans for Game 3 of the Rodeo Road Trip. Tonight, they go 1-1 on the Rodeo Road Trip. Final score, the San Antonio Spurs 136, the Atlanta Hawks 121. You've been listening to Spurs React on Spurs Radio 1200 WOAI.